Hello traders, welcome to a new week. This is our weekly Forex analysis for the week ranging from 20th November to 24th November. Alright, this is Euro USD. I want to make analysis on Euro USD so that we know what we are expecting for the coming week. As you can see, the Euro USD has been on a fantastic bull run. This is a very bullish candle that you're seeing here, and it has taken out this red candle that is in the middle, indicating that it's a very bullish sentiment in the markets. We expect Euro USD to continue to rise onto this trend line that I have here. Alright, mind you, this is a weekly chart. I'm now on the weekly chart. So I'm expecting the Euro USD to rise until it hits this trend line. But what is going to happen before all of that? I will expect some little correction. There will be a little correction here. After that correction, it will rise to reach this very trend line. Alright, you can see the trend line drawn from a very strong support, and the trend line has been respected from the time immemorial. So it's making a bullish run onto that trend line. Before you trade, you need to pay attention about price action you notice here. So I will expect some correction. Thereafter, the bullish run will continue to this trend line. Then after it hits this trend line, that is when we are going to discuss the next thing that we are going to do. We are going to look at the daily candle also to take an informed decision. This is the daily candle, and as you can see from the daily candle, you see the trend line I drew on the weekly chart. The trend line has continued, and then you see what is happening here. So what I will expect is that this bullish candle on the daily time frame is going to correct and then take off again to hit this trend line. So what will happen is this. Let me show you grammatically and dramatically what I mean. So I need to see something like this. So this is what I'm expecting. So I'll expect this move to be like this. By then this moving average is going to move like this. At the point where the moving average catches up with this correction, there's going to be a massive movement to the upside. So for the coming week, we are expecting a buy on the Euro USD. But before making your buy, I want you to pay attention to any price action that will indicate that it is time for buy. So precisely, I will expect the buy to begin from this range, 1.0880, just about 45% of this bullish candle. And I will expect the take profit to be anywhere around this range. Maybe something like 1.10200. That's what I expect. When you check it, you have about 90 to 100 pips of profits. So let's see what we have on the 4 hours charts. Alright. Let's look at our 4 hour chart and see how it looks. this is our 4 hours charts, and this is how it looks here. So what I expect to happen is that this trend line will move up, and by the time a correction is made, this trend line is going to catch up with the correction. So what will happen is this: we expect a pullback from the top. Let me show you what I mean by that. I will expect a pullback from this top into this region. Then a buy will take place. So pullback and then continuation of the blue run. Alright, that's what I expect on the Euro USD. So this is a 4 hours chart, and everything is leveling up. So the candle is holding up very well. There was a slight correction to this point, then it moved up and then retested it again. It has taken off. So I will expect a little correction that will meet up with this support level. So from this support level, there will be a massive buy to the upside. The next currency we are going to look at is the Pound USD, GBPUSD. You can see that it's also demonstrating a very strong bullish momentum, as illustrated by what is going on here. This daily candle. Now let's look at the weekly candle and see what is happening. This is a weekly candle. You can see this trend line that I drew here. This bullish candle has broken out of it. It has broken out of this trend line. So I'm expecting a very big run to the upside. But let me go to the lower time frame and see what is occurring there to know when is the best time to buy. Surely there's gonna be a buy, but when is the next time? The best time. Where is the best time to buy? That's what we are trying to look at. Let's take a look at that 4 hours chart. See, let me draw a horizontal line here. See this horizontal, this is a resistance. It has broken out of this resistance. There's a breakout of this resistance, and then there's a retesting of that resistance area. So it is broken out again. What I'm expecting is there will be a retest of this resistance again. So if our chart is, if the currency is gonna fall like this, into the region of this, into this region. If it falls down to this region and then takes off again, it's a massive buy. So expect a bullish candle around this region, and a bullish candle that demonstrates a buy, such as a pin bar, such as an engulfing candle, then it will be good for a buy. So look out for a buy in the coming week in GBP USD. Alright. Our next analysis is AUDUSD. So as you can see, it's making a bullish move, as illustrated by this candle. This is the daily candle. The last bullish candle has also wiped out this red candle here, and is up there for a bullish run. So I will expect a bullish run for the coming week, but we will not just begin to buy immediately. I will expect some measures of correction, especially into this horizontal line that I drew here. Maybe something of this nature is likely to occur, a pullback into this line. Once that pullback has taken place, it will continue, and we expect our take profit level to be on this line. As you can see, when you look down, when you look at your left, you see that this level has also served as a support level in the past. So it has served as a support level in the past at various times. So here, it serves as a support level. Look at it here. It serves as a support level. Alright. So we are expecting that support to hold again. We are expecting it to hold again anyway here. Now what will happen is once this pair moves into that support, there will be a form of resistance, because a support once broken becomes a resistance. So this support has been broken through this move downwards. So any move towards that region again, there's going to be some form of resistance there. So we take our profits there if we are on the buy side on GBPUSD as expected. So let's watch out for this take profit. So if that is going to be our take profit, you should expect nothing less than 100 pips there. All right. So that is where we see it. Just using the daily candle alone is enough. So but you can move down to the lower, you can move down to the lower time frame to pinpoint your entry, but just have it in the back of your mind that any correction from this daily candle downwards and then a bullish candle again around that region is a buy. So for the coming week, we are going for a buy. The next currency pair we are going to see is NZDUSD. So as you can see, this pair has actually reversed on the downside and is now moving up with a very strong bullish candle. What I see on this pair is that there's going to be a continuation of upward movement. I expect it to move further up. So judging from the trend lines that I've drawn, I can see that there's a bounce on this trend line. So what do I expect now that will happen? I will expect that there is going to be a sluggish movement around this region. Then after that, the pair is going to go up. So our bias for NZDUSD is going to be on the good side. So let me see. So I will expect something like this to occur. Then to move up. Something like this is going to happen around this region. So definitely it's still going to be a buy. As you can see, this pair has actually taken off with a bullish pin bar. So this particular candle is a very strong candle. When the pair is attempting to go up, there was an attempt for the BS to pull it down, but it recovers tremendously around the 50% range of this very bullish candle. So this bullish candle has retraced backwards and recovered at around 50%. There's always a tendency for a pair to make this recovery. And whenever a pair makes a recovery around that range, it's going to be powerful. So I expect this bullish pin bar to give us a buy to hold. I expect it to hold. So there will be another formation of candles here, up, down, then it will take off to the upside. So if we see any continuation of sell to the downside, we are going to ignore it. We expect this movement to continue all the way to the upside. I expect something like this. Maybe formation. Yeah, it is here. Thereafter, this I'm expecting. So let's watch out for bullish momentum and bullish signal on this pair. So if on Monday morning you see a bullish, momentum showing up here, do not be afraid to take the bull by the horn. Alright. Let's see what is happening on the 4 hours chart. Alright. So on the 4 hours chart, I would expect on the 4 hours chart, I would expect the same thing to be happening. So we are now on the 4 hours chart. So what do I expect to see? I expect a little bit of correction, maybe towards this range. I'm expecting to happen. So you would expect to buy the pair whenever you notice any candle that shows a bullish momentum. Any candle such as a bullish engulfing, such as bullish pin bar, such as a doji, then followed by a bullish bar. So any of these candles can propel you to the upside. So we are buy. Alright. Our next currency that we are going to discuss is USDCHF. We are now on the daily time frame of the USDCHF. As you can see from the screen, the pair is very, very bearish at the moment. It is a strong bearish pressure from the sellers. So what do we expect? We are going to expect that the pair will keep falling. Checking from these 3 candles that has formed here is a sign that the bears are in control. You see, there was an attempt for the pair to reverse from here, the pin bar, but it resisted and then came down again. The pair recovers on its bearish momentum. So what we expect? I'm expecting a slight pullback, and then the pair will continue its bearish momentum towards the downside. So there is no way we are going to buy this pair. If there is any buy signal, signal, we are going to ignore it. We will focus only on the sell. Alright. So what do we expect? I'm expecting that there is going to be a form of pullback towards the top of this candle. Something like this. Back to this candle. Then the pair will do something like this. So that is what I'm expecting. So if that is the case, where are we going to take our profits? Let me look at the 4 hours chart and see what is happening on the 4 hours chart. Alright. This is the 4 hours chart right here. Let's see what is going on the 4 hours charts. As you can see, we are on the 4 hours chart and the story is the same. So what we expect a slight pullback towards the top of this candle, a slight pullback towards this region. Then after that, the bears will take charge again and drive the currency downwards. So let's go back to our daily charts and see how we are going to sell this. Okay. This is our daily chart again. So where should be our take profit if we are to sell this pair? I think our take profit should be on the nearest strong support. That's going to be this region here. Yes, this place has served as a support and also as a resistance. The pair is actually going to go down past this point, but to be on the safe side, we can take our profit from here, and that should be able to give us approximately 100 pips if we sell it from this on daily chart. If we sell it from this point, this region, then to this point it's going to be about 100 pips of profit, and that's good enough. So let's assume that it put back to this region. There's also a tendency that it may go slightly past this region to anywhere around this side, around this area. This place can also be part of the safe zone region within this arena. Is still regarded as part of the safe zone. So if you see any formation around here that indicates a bearish pressure, you can also sell and then expect it to go down to this point and make more than 100 pips of profit. Alright, so our bias for USDCHF is sell. We have a bearish bias on this currency for the coming week. Throughout the coming week, we shall be looking for how to sell this pair. Anytime we discover any candlestick formation that indicates that the bears are up for the show, we will go towards their direction. Alright. If we see any buy on this pair, we are going to ignore it and wait for our sell signal. The next currency we are going to analyze is the USDCAD. USDCAD makes for an interesting trade for the coming week. As you can see, the bears are pushing this currency down. They are massively pushing it down. And what we can see now is nothing but sell. We are going to sell it. Look at this move here from this point to this one. It's a massive move downwards. If you are on this sell trade, you would have made a lot of money. And now the currency has moved to about 50% of that initial move. So there's a retracement upwards to about 50%, retracement. And now the pair has continued to move down again. What we see, there is going to be a continuation of that bearish momentum downwards. But what is going to happen before that is there will be a pullback from this point now. So in the coming week, expect that there's going to be a pullback of this nature. If there is going to be a pullback of this nature into this region, then we will expect a continuation of the sell downwards. Alright, so what would we expect? You see, this is a trend line that passed this region up to this point, and the trend line is where I expected. This is another trend line that I drew from this side up to this point. And this is a horizontal line drawn at the support. This place has served as a support before. It has continued to serve as a support. Even this, and there's a massive resistance and support taking place here. This is also a support. That level has continued to make massive difference whenever a trade reaches that level. So we expect, having served as a resistance in the past and having been broken down, we expect that that region is going to serve as a support. So expect a pullback into this region. Then after that pullback, you are going to see a formation of a bearish candle that will drive this move downwards, breaking this support and this downwards. So there's going to be a continuation of sell. So if you enter the trade from here, you can expect to make a lot of money when that move begin to take place. You can expect to take your profit on the nearest, support, maybe anywhere around this region might be okay. You can take your profit here. There's nothing bad about it. You see the here, you see that line that served as a support before, and it's still serving as a support. So if you take your profit here, that will be okay. Maybe if you are in a heavy position, what you do is take about 50% of your profit and then allow the rest to run down. Then you'll be taking your profit as you go, taking your profits bit by bit. But make here your first, this support level, you can make it your first take profit level. Then after that, begin to close in and take and allow the rest profits to continue to run even up to this point. That is the ultimate. I'm expecting this move to reach, but you need to take your profit on the next major support level, which is this one, this area here. Our next currency pair is the gold, ZAUUSD, gold. The gold is a very, a trickish pair that thrives on sentiments. As you can see, gold is now on a bullish run. It's now around $1,980. So I'm expecting gold to reach as much as $2,000 again. So what we see on the daily charts, I see nothing but buy on gold. The only thing we'll talk of is how we're going to buy this gold, because we are not going to buy at any point. We are going to wait for the perfect time to buy. Judging from this candle, these two candles we have seen here, there was an attempt by the PS to drive this gold downwards, but the gold quickly recovers because of sentiment. The sentiment on gold now is on the buy side. The hedge funds and money managers have increased their net long positions on gold, as well as the institutions. So they may just simply want to confuse you by trying to drive the pair downwards to confuse the later traders, but they are heavy on the buy side of gold. So we are going to wait on the buy side. If we see any bearish signals, we are going to ignore it until there is a bullish signal for us to enter into a buy side of the gold trade. Alright, so what we are seeing here is the bear drive this pair downwards to the 50% of this bullish run of the previous weeks, and it has recovered. So what I'm expecting to see is a little bit of correction to the downside. Thereafter, the pair will take off again to the upside. So let's see what's happening on the daily charts. This is the daily chart. Yeah, right now on the daily charts. So let's see what is happening. You can see the story saw the same. Gold has made a massive impulsive move to the upside, and it has continued to move. So but there is a bearish pin bar here. This bearish pin bar that you see here is going to drive the gold a little bit down to the downside. So what I see is any retracement that will come Now we come close to this candle. Any retracement around this range, something like this. Any retracement to this region. Any retracement, that's what I'm going to see here. So definitely it's going to be a buy. Alright. So there is no how we are going to sell this pair. We only look for buy. We only look for candlestick that will show us that it's time to buy. We are going to wait to take our profit around this the nearest resistance, the nearest major resistance, which is this zone. So we are expecting it to move to 2007.15. So that is this trend, this horizontal line. So that's what we expect. So we can expect to see any correction that can come up to this point that we play around this region. Any correction around this region. So if you are trading with the lower time frame around this region, you might see something like a rectangle or a triangle, something of a triangle. Nice. This is something of a triangle, maybe something like this, and then the pair will now take off from here and move. Alright, so we are waiting for our buy. So what kind of candle are you going to see? I'll make you to believe if you see any pin bar along this line, maybe something like this. Yeah, you see any form of pin bar? Any candle of this nature? Yeah, get ready for a buy. Alright.